Life can be tough at times, and sometimes we need to face difficult truths that we'd rather avoid. These 7 cold truths may be uncomfortable or even painful to accept, but by acknowledging them, we can grow and live more fulfilling lives. So let's get started. 1. You are responsible for your own happiness. It's a common belief that external factors such as money, relationships, or success will bring us happiness. But the truth is, true happiness comes from within, and it's our responsibility to cultivate it. This can be a difficult truth to accept, especially if we've been conditioned to believe that our happiness is dependent on external circumstances. However, when we take responsibility for our own happiness, we can find joy and contentment in even the most challenging situations. One way to cultivate happiness is to focus on gratitude. By shifting our focus to what we do have, rather than what we lack, we can experience more happiness in our lives. Practicing self-care, spending time with loved ones, and pursuing hobbies and interests that bring us joy can also contribute to our happiness. 2. Life is not fair. Life can be unfair. Bad things can happen to good people, and good things can happen to bad people. It's a harsh truth, but it's one that we need to accept if we want to live a fulfilling life. Acknowledging this truth can help us develop resilience and find meaning in difficult experiences. It can also help us be more compassionate towards others who are going through tough times. By accepting that life is not always fair, we can let go of feelings of entitlement and victimhood and focus on what we can control. 3. You will experience loss and grief. Loss and grief are a natural part of life. We all experience them at some point, whether it's the loss of a loved one, a job, or a relationship. It can be difficult to accept this truth, especially when we're in the midst of intense grief. However, acknowledging this truth can help us be more compassionate towards ourselves and others who are going through difficult times. It can also help us develop a deeper appreciation for life and the people we love. By embracing our grief and working through it, we can find a sense of peace and meaning in our lives. 4. Nobody has all the answers. Nobody has all the answers, and nobody knows everything. This can be a difficult truth to accept, especially in a world that values knowledge and expertise. However, acknowledging this truth can help us be more open to learning and growing. It's important to be open-minded and willing to learn from others, regardless of their background or experience. By embracing our own limitations and recognizing that there is always more to learn, we can become more empathetic and understanding toward others. 5. Time is limited. Our time on earth is limited, and we never know how much of it we have left. This can be a sobering truth to accept, but it can also be a motivating one. When we acknowledge that time is limited, we can prioritize what is truly important in our lives. We can focus on our relationships, our passions, and our values, and make the most of the time we have. By living each day with purpose and intention, we can create a life that is truly fulfilling. 6. You will make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's a natural part of the learning process, and it's something that we should embrace rather than avoid. When we acknowledge that we will make mistakes, we can be more forgiving towards ourselves and others when they happen. It's important to learn from our mistakes and use them as opportunities for growth and improvement. By being open to feedback and willing to learn from our mistakes, we can become more resilient and successful in all aspects of our lives. 7. You are responsible for your own success. Similar to the first cold truth, we are responsible for our own success. While external factors such as luck or privilege can play a role, ultimately it's up to us to put in the effort and work toward our goals. When we acknowledge that we are responsible for our own success, we can take ownership of our lives and work towards achieving our dreams. By setting goals, developing a plan, and taking consistent action, we can create the life we want and achieve the success we desire. Conclusion. These 7 cold truths may be difficult to accept, but they can also be liberating and empowering. By acknowledging these truths, we can develop resilience, compassion, and a deeper appreciation for life. We can also take ownership of our lives and work towards achieving our goals and living our best lives. Remember, life is not always easy, but by embracing these cold truths, we can make the most of it and find true fulfillment and happiness. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful to you.